Köszöntöm a Balatonfüred Kézilabda YouTube csatornájának nézőit, folytatjuk egy sorozatunkat, ezúttal a vendégünk Stevan Sretenovic. Hello Stevan, welcome to the show.
First, thank you for inviting me, or thanks team for invitation.
Thanks for being here. First of all, we have a question to you from our previous guest, Tim Rosman, who's asking you, how many hours did you sleep last night?
Last night, I would say maybe 7 hours.
7 hours, that's pretty normal. Why is he asking
But
you this?
it's not enough for me because I like to sleep more,
How many hours do you like to sleep?
at least 9.
Do you have a chance to sleep 9 hours?
When I'm alone and when we don't have a training in the morning, yes, but when my wife and my daughter are with me, there is no possibility for that. Sometimes my daughter wake me up at 6, sometimes 7, so depends on that.
Okay, let's move on to some more serious questions. First of all, I would like to ask about your performance this year and the previous years. When you got to Balatonfüreden 3 years ago, in your first season, you scored many goals. I think twice as much as in your second or third season.
Probably, yeah.
Why do you think? Is that? Why do you score less goals than before?
I would say that I think it's because I play more in defense now, last 2 years. In the first year, in the beginning, I also played. When I started, I also played almost only in defense. Then after that, after maybe 5-6 games, I started to play in attack. And until end of that season, I played in attack and defense both ways. And yeah, I scored a lot of goals. The second year, I started also to play a little bit more in defense and less in offense. And this year, it's pretty much the same. So
now we see this year that basically you only play or in the first half or in the second half in offense.
Yeah, but it's because of the changes. It's when I'm at the near change, then I play only defense, and when I'm far away from the bench, yeah, I play
in defense.
in the both ways. Yeah.
Are you okay with this, or would you like to play more on offense?
Yeah, of course I would like. I think every players like to play in attack and to score the goal, to give assists. So yeah, I would like to play more, but for this moment I'm okay with that. But I don't know if I will be okay with that in the future. But
and how do you look at the defensive side? Do you have any goals before the match that you would like to have 3 blocks a game, or
no, just to get as much goals, to not get too much goals, and that's the first goal. And after that, we speak about tactics. If we will go more up for some players, if we will stay down, if someone don't like to shoot from the outside, and we stay down, and there are some tactic parts. So.
And what do you think about the team's performance this year? Because it seems like we can be challenging against even the biggest teams, we can even beat them, but sometimes we struggle against even lower ranked opponents. Why do you think is that?
I think it's not only us, I think the whole league. It's like that everybody can, maybe except Veszprém and Szeged, but this year Szeged also had few games that they lost. So I think that in this league, everybody can lose from the teams that are at the bottom. So my opinion that we are good this year, but I'm sure that there is much more space for improvement. And
how do you think we can be more consistent? How can we improve this team?
No, work, and I think we had few games this year that we really needed to win, but in the end it was maybe we lost 1 goal or it was draw. I don't know, we had 4 or 5 games we played draw, and I think we should win that, and with that points we could be even better.
You said that in this league anybody can beat anybody, almost, like Veszprém might be an exception. Is it because the league is so strong? You know pretty well some other leagues compared to the French league or the Serbian or countries where you played, Belarus or Romania. How do you think, how strong is the Hungarian league?
I think it's pretty strong. I wouldn't say it's like German or some European league, but I think it's pretty strong. You have
compared to the French league you played there?
Maybe similar, but you have more teams in French league that are playing Europe, and that's at this moment, because they changed now something that less teams play European leagues. So, but I would say it's a strong league, yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the early days of your career. How did you get involved with?
Is it a long time ago? I started to play handball when I was 8 years old.
That was 21 years ago?
Yeah.
And where did you start it?
In my hometown. It's called Aranjelovac.
And everyone plays handball there?
Yeah, it's a handball town, yeah.
Handball town.
Yeah, and I started handball because there was, but it wasn't so serious. Football, but I didn't like football at all. I liked to play it with my friends, but nothing more.
And basketball?
There wasn't basketball at all.
Ah, okay.
So most of my friends, they played handball, and that's how I started to play handball. And from that moment, I was like, I will do this.
And your family, was it? Do you have a sporty family? Or?
No, they wasn't sportsmen at all.
So you get the inspiration by your friends?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Did you have any role models growing up? Any handball player?
I would say like the guy from my hometown, it's Momir Iliccsel.
Oh, okay.
So we are from the same town, so he was the guy.
How's your relationship with him?
Yeah, we are in a good relation, and now when I came here, he was here, and we were hanging out and drinking coffee and speaking. And he's still here now, he's living here. But next year he will move to Germany, but we are okay.
And as I mentioned before, you played in many different countries, like France, Belarus, Romania, Serbia, of course, and now in Hungary. What did you learn from these experiences playing abroad?
A lot of things, starting from handball, from the cultures of all of these countries, from how things work in every other country. So I made a lot of friends. I learned a lot of languages. So I gained some experience.
Where did you have the best time?
My best time? Yeah, I would say in Serbia, because you are at home. But away, I would say it's here. I would say it's here.
Well, you've been here for 3 years now, which
this is my third year.
Yeah, it's quite a long time in a player's career.
Yeah.
So tell us about how you feel yourself here in Balatonfüreden. What can you do outside of playing handball?
First of all, when I came here, I lived here on Füred. After first year, I moved in Veszprém because Cuparával offered me. He have apartment there. Vladimir Cuparával, goalkeeper of Veszprém. He bought an apartment there in Veszprém, and he offered me if I want to go in his apartment, and it's a really good apartment, big one. And I was like, okay, I will try. I will go and I will try if it's okay for me to drive every day, like 15-20 minutes to the training. It was okay, and now I'm already there for 1.5 years, and I got used to live in Veszprém, and we use all the free time to come here on Füred to enjoy the lake. And
how often can you go home to Serbia?
It depends. Usually I go home when my family is not here. So when we have 2 or 3 days, I go, and it's near. I could say it's near.
Yeah, you can drive there.
Yeah. That's the best part of playing in Hungary, that you are near home.
Yeah, and tell us about how did you get to Balatonfüreden back then, 3 years ago?
Yeah, so I played in Meshko Brest. I had contract there for 3 years, and we were playing Champions League match against Szeged here in Hungary. We lost, I think, maybe by 1 or 2, something like that. But I played really good. I scored maybe 8 goals. Before that, I already spoken with Marinovic, and he was telling me that the club is interested. I was speaking with my manager, but we were waiting, nothing happened. And after that match against Szeged, I got called after, almost day after that. And they were like, would you like to come? And we spoke about other things, and then I decided to come here.
You mentioned Dejan Marinovic,
Yeah.
our former player. Did you have a close connection with him?
Before I came, no. When I came, then we started to.
And now that he's not here, who do you have the closest connection within the team?
With Slovenian guys. We speak the same language, so.
And what about Hungarian language? You've been here for 3 years, we mentioned that. So you must have learned some words.
Yeah, I learned a lot of words. And I know a lot of words, but grammatic is now not so good for me, so it's hard for me to speak, but I understand a lot.
Tell us about your goals this season, individually or with the team, or both.
Well, individually, I don't know, just to give 100% every game, every training, and to see in the end what we did and what we managed to do for this whole season. For the team, to be on the best place on the table. If we could be 5th or 4th, it would be best. We will see in the end.
Yeah, currently we're at the 5th place, but there's a good chance to even climb up to the 4th.
We will see. The most important is to give our best, and we will see for what is that enough.
Let's hope for the best results in the end. One last question. At the end of every episode, we ask the players who they want us to invite next. So any ideas?
Németh Balázs.
Németh Balázs. Do you have any questions for him?
Yeah, how fast his new car can go.
Okay, thank you for the question. We'll ask Németh Balázs next.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. Köszönjük a kedves nézőknek a figyelmet.